Good morning, love. It's April Mason here. And this is my first message to you for the new year. So come on in here. You know, it takes a little moment for you guys to get the notifications. So I'll give you a minute before I get started. Oh, there you are. There you are. Hey. Hey, everybody. It's the new year. It's the new year. It's the new year. And so I'm headed out for my morning walk. I know on Mondays my maid comes on Mondays, so I said let me get out of her way, so she's Miss April, are you gonna be here today? No, ma'am, I'm gonna go out here and go for this walk in this 40-degree weather, so you can get the cleaning done. And she's normally here for a couple hours doing her thing. So I said, all right, just give me a reason to talk to the people, get out your hair, and go work out. Now that I'm back on light workouts. You know, I had a car accident in September, and I haven't been able to go to the gym. So this will be the first time I'm actually getting out going to the gym. So keep me in your prayers. I feel it. I didn't gain 5 pounds. So anyway, I want to share this with you. You saw the title, Your Love Story is not just for you. This is what I mean. The reason why we keep seeing generations of children, people, year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day, and messed up relationships is because there's no one setting the blueprint anymore. If you listen to majority of the songs, whether it's rap or whether it's R&B, they're all sad. They're sad love songs. They're songs of, bad love, toxic love, right? And we wonder why our children have no clue on what healthy relationships look like, right? So your love story is just not for you. It's for those that are coming after you. So the fear that you have of love, you're setting your children up for failure, right? See, one of the mistakes that I made in love was when my children were younger. After I divorced, I did not get into another relationship until, they were like in high school. Because I call myself protecting them from the BS, right? I call myself protecting them from seeing bad things. But what I did was I did not give them the blueprint of what good love was, because at that time I didn't have the courage to love again properly. I didn't have the courage to look at what I had gone through in life, which caused me to be in the position that I was in, right? So my children did not have the blueprint of good love, because I made myself think I was protecting them when all I was doing was not having courage, right? So by the time I made the switch, my kids had gotten what good love looked like on the back end, right? Some of you say, I tried. You ain't trying hard enough, because if you haven't gotten to good love, you haven't accomplished the goal. So y'all can say you tried all day. Y'all can say I give everything I got, and the result is still the same. Then you're the problem, because you're not doing, you're trying. So if you're saying, I want to make X amount of money a year, and you're not making that, it's only because you're not doing everything that you can do to get to that. Does the money exist? Yes, it does. You're just not having the courage or believing in yourself enough to get to that other part. I can say I want coffee all day. Does coffee exist? Yes, it does. But I have to get up and go in the house and make it. Or I have to get up and go to the drive-through at a coffee shop to get it. But does it exist? Yes, it does. So if you're not experiencing good love, it's on you. It's on the same thinking. It's on the same processing. It's on the same belief system. This is why on Saturday I'm doing my Manifest 3.0 course, the Law of Assumption, because I got to get this information to you even more in depth, because everything that you say you want, it's available to you. It wouldn't be available to you, or you wouldn't desire it if it wasn't available. So if you're not getting it, it means you're just walking through life living out your past experiences. And then you say, I tried, or good love doesn't exist, these men don't want nothing, or these women don't want nothing. BS. Because if we're in 2021 and you're still living by the pain of 2020, 2019, 2007, 2002, that's your fault. It's amazing to me how people will lose a job, but they'll get back up and go apply for a new job. They'll dust themselves off. They'll update their resume, put the new skills that they've learned on the resume, and go get a better job. But when it comes to love, I tried. Fellas, this is not messages for the women. A lot of y'all damaged and broken and bruised too, and extremely guarded. And these women don't want none, so I'm going to just stay to myself and do me. No. You, my dear, have to be better. You have to believe that something else exists. It takes courage, because your love story is just not for you. We will continue to create and raise damaged people if we do not give them the blueprint. You can talk to them all day about, don't pick this kind of man. Don't pick that kind of man. But you're not showing them that. People follow what you do more than what you say. Somebody said, girl, I'm scared. My daughter is too. Then you're gonna attract a man into your life that gives you something to be scared about. Whatever your dominant thing is, that's what you keep getting. That's why you keep meeting the men that make you scared. That's why you keep meeting the men that do you wrong, because that's your dominant. So just because you have a daughter that's 2 doesn't mean that you can't meet an amazing man that will love you and your daughter. You're choosing to believe that. So those are your limiting beliefs. So don't be mad when you do not get anybody that counters that. It's fine. You can believe that. But don't be sitting down having girl chats. Girl, these men don't want. No, your block is I'm scared. I have a daughter that's 2. So I don't ever want you to sit down and go on girls trips and having these girl talks about what's not available and these men don't want nothing. But you've made it very clear, I'm scared and I have a daughter that's 2. You made that declaration. So since you decided to make that, that's what your world gonna look like. You can say, you know what? I've gone through some things in life before. And I'm a little nervous, but I got courage because I deserve to be loved. And I believe that I can meet somebody that can love myself and my daughter. You can say that too. So everything that you can believe, you can choose to believe something different. You know? Do you believe in saying, hold on, y'all, you know I ain't got no glasses on. Do you believe in saying that the apple don't fall too far from? I don't believe in none of that bullshit. I'm trying to get y'all to something. Y'all be believing cliches and bullshit that's got you bound up and limited. I don't believe none of that. I believe an apple can fall far from the tree and get a completely different apple. I am a completely different apple from the tree that I come from. Why am I a different apple? Because I chose to be a different apple. I chose to be a Granny Smith instead of being one of them other little red apples. I don't like them. And I came from a red apple tree. I don't want to be a red apple. I want to be a damn green apple. So I am a green apple. Y'all are allowing yourselves to be limited by other people's belief systems. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't live by it. I don't. If you saw my family dynamic and see me, you'd be like, where the hell she come from? What happened in your life that made you completely different than your siblings? What in the world is going on here? I just chose to be a damn green apple. That's it. Thank you, evangelist, for all the green apples. That's what I want to be. A green apple. I don't believe any of the cliches and any of the BS that I've been taught that was nothing more than somebody else's limiting beliefs. I don't believe none of that. I don't. And my love story was based upon those that came before me, right? So then I got the programming of not good love, right? So I perpetuated that cycle, although I desired good love. So my children end up seeing the same cycle that was passed down to me. I had to make a decision to stop that. That's really all it is. So your love story really ain't got as much to do with you as it do to have for your children. Yes, Missy, I want to be a green apple. So I'm a green apple, god dog it. So whatever you do, that you just got to make that decision. You don't have to be a product of your environment. I'm not. I grew up in Richmond, California, in the hood back in the 90s, where Richmond was one of the top 3 places in America not to live because of the crime. I turned out different because I chose to turn out different. What do you think about somebody in a long distance relationship? Well, y'all ask me them questions all the time. What do you think about it? What do you want? I don't believe in it. Hey, Ebony, Happy New Year, sis. I don't believe in all of that other stuff. Y'all are walking around here holding on to ish that don't belong to you. So my message to you for 2021, I'm sorry. This is my first message to y'all. Understand that your love story has more to do with those that come after you than those that didn't have it to do with you. Because listen at the conversations you have. These kids don't know what love is. These folks don't know what you're not showing them. You're not showing them. So you can't be mad at what's coming up after us and what we're seeing in the world when you're not participating. You're not allowing yourself to be loved correctly. You're not allowing yourself to let go of the other stuff. You're not allowing yourself to do that. So don't complain about what's available or what's not available out there when you have not done any of the work to show something different because, girl, I'm scared. Well, you stay your scary ass over there then. And don't complain about nothing. Don't complain about not one thing because you scared. But yet, look at the world. The world is only a combustion of the choices that people have been making. That's it. Everything is a choice. You can go left or you can go right. You can have courage or you don't have to have courage. You can love or you can choose not to love. You can limit yourself or you can not limit yourself. Whatever choice you make, it's on you. It's it. So, is it challenging to believe that good love exists when you have never experienced it? Yes. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that, it's just like, oh my God, the old programming. Y'all got to make sure you join me on Saturday, man. You got to make sure you join me. Go to manifest30.com. You got to make sure you join me because I'm going to break this down. It's going to take us 2 to 4 hours for me to break it all down to you of why I'm giving this to you the way I'm giving it to you this morning. But you can make the choice. But it takes new programming. Will your subconscious mind, your motherboard, try to take you back to what you've programmed it to know? Yes. That's why you got to persist in what you want and say to hell with Jessica, that voice in your head. Her name is Jessica. Shut the hell up. You got to shut her down. No, Jessica, we're not going back there. No, Jessica, we're not going to sabotage. No, Jessica, we're not going to look for things that are not there just so we can say, see, just like I said. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So it takes repetition. It takes persisting in what it is that you want. Because your brain only knows what it's been programmed with. And the sad part is, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of our beliefs have been programmed with other people's fears, other people's lack of courage, other people's limitations. So now it got put on you. I've lived it, y'all. Everything I teach you, and the reason why I'm so adamant about and passionate about what I teach you is because I had to push through it. The only great relationship that I've ever seen in my life was my grandparents. Everything else was rotten. And I was overwhelmed with rotten and toxic love.